Hello guys, Tommy there, and today I will be reviewing a fragrance from the house of Chanel, and that's Bleu de Chanel Parfum. So let's get started. So here's the bottle of Bleu de Chanel Parfum. As you guys can see, Bleu de Chanel written on the front, Parfum written on the bottom. That's it. Some sticker batch code on the bottom over here, nothing on the back, and it's a tester unit, as you guys can see. So tester is written over here, but like, if you buy the original, like, retail bottle, don't expect anything to be written over here. Yeah, nothing on the sides, to be honest. Yeah, that's mostly it. The cap, as you guys can see, it's slightly golden. It's not white like EDT and the EDP. Even like the writing over here, it's slightly golden in the Parfum version. So it kind of, makes it a bit more difference, But yeah, it is what it is. And of course, make sure whenever you are buying a Chanel perfume, the CC would be, like across like this. It won't be like this. Like either way you put it, the CC is gonna be like this. If you twist it over here, the cap's gonna come off. It's magnetic. As you guys can see, it's magnetic, right? And as soon as I put it, CC right over here. So it's a trademark Chanel kind of a thing. You can also find this type of things with Mancera as well, and other fragrances which have this magnetic sort of caps. So yeah, that's mostly it. If you can actually pull the cap this way, or like twist it this way, but I would rather recommend you to twist the cap this way, and whenever you're putting this in, try to put this as gently as possible, because the thing we actually most of us don't know about magnetic caps is, like, over time, if you guys do this, like if you kind of slam this in, or just put it on like this, the magnet gets weak over time, and after a while you would see the magnet being like the cap coming off, or the cap not sticking to the magnet properly. So yeah, so just reminding you of that. So yeah, that's about it. Now let's get to the the smell itself. The smell, the smell, it's really nice, honestly. Like, it's probably the best in my opinion. A lot of people say get the EDP. It's like sort of the best, like best of both worlds and stuff like that. But to my opinion, Parfum 1 to me kind of feels like more of a better version compared to the EDT and the EDP. Of course, it's released like far later compared to those two. It's far more modern compared to those two, but compared to the EDT and the EDP, this kind of is a bit different, sort of a woody take on those two fragrances. However, definitely salute to EDT and EDP. They actually, these two fragrances, or the Bleu de Chanel line, when the EDT was released, it kind of changed the game in terms of the blue fragrance thing. It was a different take on a blue-ish kind of a fragrance. Yeah, pretty unique DNA in that time. Yeah, nowadays you could say it's kind of common, but still like whenever you wear it, you feel good, and it's quality from Chanel. However, the prices are not consumer friendly, you could say. Chanel Parfum is almost, if I'm not mistaken, $200 at this moment, which is a lot. However, this is a good fragrance, but doesn't justify the $200 price tag for a full presentation. Yeah, that's like charging niche. Like, you can get like Xerjoff's or Nishane full presentation, I'm saying, or Killian, or even other better niche houses in that $200 price range, if you kind of search for it. So yeah, so now coming to the smell of this, it opens up citrusy. It does open up citrusy, but however, it doesn't have that mint. No, it doesn't have that mintiness which Chanel EDT and EDP kind of has, which is slightly different. It does have that pepperiness going on. It does have that lemon zestiness that runs through the Chanel DNA. Of course, you're gonna see or you're gonna feel that the Chanel, the whole Bleu de Chanel thing, it's definitely over here, but it's done in a bit different way. It's the sandalwood over here is a bit more. The woodiness, it's a bit more. You're gonna smell the woodiness, the creaminess of the sandalwood a bit more compared to the EDT and the EDP. So it opens up, as I said, it opens up citrusy, and it then transitions to a more woody, ambery kind of a fragrance. Yes, a bit different from EDT and EDP, but in my opinion, this is probably the best in the line. Yep. So EDT and EDP, if I have to say, I would rather choose EDP solely because of the performance. Because EDT, even though EDT kind of lasts a while, but in terms of the projection, you know, slightly better longevity, you know, like 2 hours, 3 hours more, I would rather go with the EDP when we are comparing with EDT and EDP. But if I'm comparing like all three, I'm gonna choose the Parfum version, like hands down, even with my eyes closed. So there goes the smell and all talk of the Bleu de Chanel line. Now let me come to the longevity and the overall performance. You're gonna get some longevity with this one. I'm telling you, this is a very woody kind of a fragrance, so expect some longevity on this one. On my shirt, I got 11 hours on my shirt, and it really is kind of fascinating to me. Like usually from a designer house like Chanel, like charging you so much, and considering how other designer houses are, you know, like nowadays, like, you know, Armani, Prada, stuff like that, whenever they release, you know, kind of a summer kind of a deal fragrance, their fragrance usually don't last a lot. So even on shirt as well, most likely, like at best 7 to 8 hours on shirt. On skin, it's worse, most likely. So in terms of longevity, I'm happy with this one. 11 hours, it will get you throughout your work day. Very nice. In terms of the projection, okay, so the projection on this one is, I'm not sure if you're gonna be slightly disappointed, but it's around an hour and a half. Yep. And the projection is not, you know, like something that would scream out loud, or something, you know, like that will, like, you know, reach the noses of people who are like 10 feet away or 20 feet away. It's not like kind of that, you know, like Mancera or, you know, like Xerjoff, Nishane kind of a, you know, projection. Don't expect like that high level of projection from this one, even though like the price range is even higher than those fragrances. That's only the downside, the projection. Apart from that, honestly, this smells really nice. And even after, like, you know, that hour and a half of, you know, I would say soft to moderate kind of a projection, like there is a reasonable amount of scent bubble, at least up to here. You can actually like get the scent bubble whenever people, you know, come close to you, or, you know, sneak up close to you. Definitely they're gonna smell the fragrance. And whenever you're gonna walk around, you're gonna get that sillage. And like what I found, this is more of like a sillage or a central kind of a thing. It's not about, you know, projection. It's not about, you know, reaching to the nose of people. It's more like you are walking around, people picking up your scent trail and then like turning heads. And then whenever a person comes close to you, they're gonna get a whiff of this, and they're gonna be like, oh, you're wearing something really nice. So yeah, this is how this one smells. Really nice and slightly woodier take on Bleu de Chanel whole thing. Is there any clones of this one in the market? I haven't seen yet. Not really, to be honest. I did see EDT and EDT clone of Bleu de Chanel, but the Parfum, I think not yet. I think it's a difficult fragrance to do, to be honest, to clone. But to get this, you know, this level of quality in a clone would be really surprising in a reasonable price, because it's, you know, sandalwood based, and usually, you know, sandalwood based fragrances, the sandalwood raw material itself is, you know, expensive, really expensive. So yeah, there goes that. And definitely I would say, if you want to buy a Chanel fragrance, especially from the Bleu de Chanel line, go with the Parfum. You won't be disappointed, even though it smells a bit mature, a bit less citrusy, a bit less minty. However, this one would definitely put a smile on your face. Those two, yeah, those two in my opinion are a bit less, you know, childish. The demographic is a bit less. But this one, if you're, you know, over 20, if you want to, you know, buy a Chanel fragrance, go with Bleu de Chanel. You won't be disappointed. So yeah, that's it from my end. I hope you enjoyed this review. So yeah, and do let me know if you guys have any other questions. I will try to answer to the best of my abilities. And yeah, see you on the next one. Till then, take care. Bye bye.